Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ask an Optician. My name is Larry. I am a dispensing optician, and I'm here to answer any questions that you might have forgotten to ask, need to discover how to ask, trying to find out what exactly it is that you are having problems with. Could it be the fitment of your spectacles? Could it be the actual prescription? Could it be the curvature of the lens? Could it be the material from which the lens is made? Could it be the fact that you don't have any coating or an improper coating for your needs? That is why I am sitting in front of you to answer, hopefully, or to help you guide yourself in a better direction. Ultimately, you are your own best advocate, and as such, the more knowledge that you have, the better of an advocate for yourself you can be. Are you experienced? Experienced does not licensed make. Certification does not experience make. That being said, there are some fantastic individuals in this profession that have a lot of experience, ages, lifetimes, and yet have no certification, have no licensure, and are still a person with whom one can absolutely entrust your vision once it's been diagnosed via your doctor. There are others that have, because of the state in which they find themselves living, they are required to have licensure. They are required to have certification. And yet, they may have only had the experience necessary to earn the degree, to earn the certificate, and yet have minimal practicum. The state in which I went through my program was a 2-year program, and one had, although most of the education was online, there were a number of in-person requirements on campus. There were weekly in-person requirements working hand in hand with a licensed optician. I can only speculate, and I did look into what was required in other states, that others are going through the same experience to earn their licensure, to earn their certification. Ultimately, there is a written test for the national certification. For state licensure, there was written and practicum. 22, I believe, states in the United States require licensure to become a practicing optician. Certainly, as we had discussed in the previous episode, to be someone that is able to give and sign off on a prescription, one has to be a medical doctor, E or OD. Optician here in the U.S. at least cannot. But as I was saying, 22 states do require licensure to become a practicing optician. Ultimately, the optician should know not just fitment, not just how to place everything within, but there are certain measurements that need to be taken, certain marks that should be placed, certain prescriptions or types of prescription that should absolutely not go into some manner of frame that has any level of curvature. There are certain prescriptions that should be made in a flatness, and there are materials that are flatter, lighter as well than others. There are certain prescriptions that truly should not go into frames that are larger than a certain diameter overall. There are certain prescriptions that should not go into the type of frame that either has no frame and just is drilled and mounted, or is a partial frame, something with either metal or plastic along the top and then nothing but monofilament on the underneath. All of these things need to be taken into consideration. Ultimately, there is some manner of education for them in written form that has been put into book form and is able to be learned by rote for some. But until it's actually put in practice, until it's actually done in front of another human other than your classmate or your instructor or those that have been brought in for the purpose of testing at the end of the year or end of a term. This level of experience you should seek. Ask your friends, ask your doctor. We, where I work, actually have a number of folks that come to us and say, my doctor said that we should come to you. So seek them out, ask the questions. As we go through, we're going to discuss, prescription. What does it mean? What are the pluses and minuses? Prism. Prism is not just a type of Oakley lens. It is part of people's prescriptions. And we'll learn about all of that. Thank you very much. Hope all is well. Take care.